And folks, it's not over, alright? There's one manifestation still to come.
Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a Mind Body Spirit video.
Hello everybody, my name is Suyash. You're watching Mind Body Spirit. Today's Law of Attraction success story is seriously a brilliant one. It's one of those success stories where there are multiple manifestations. All the manifestations get manifested in such a 100% accurate and exact way that there's absolutely no doubt that it was the law of attraction that was working. I'm really excited to be sharing this success story with you guys. I'm sure it will motivate you. Give this video a like and let's start. So today's success story has been sent to me by the contributor of the success story on email, and I have named the success story on behalf of the contributor, Multiple Life-Changing Exact Manifestations. So the contributor writes, "Hi Suyash, warm greetings, hope you are keeping well. Firstly, I want to thank you for introducing me to the magic of law of attraction. Although I was aware of it, I never had the clarity on how to apply it. Now, grab a cup of tea, it's going to be a long one. I mean, it's not really too long, but there are multiple manifestations." And then she continues, "So it all started in 2018 when my colleague introduced me to your channel at a point when I was not happy in my personal and professional life. At that time, when I started watching your channel, I was not attracting many things because my intentions were not very clear about what I wanted. But every day I used to listen to one success story on your channel as it kept me positive. Since then, your channel has been my bedside book. Alright. I started my career towards the end of 2017 and got my first project in July 2018. Starting off, I was excited about the new experience of learning and earning, but the surrounding environment and work turned out to diminish that excitement soon. My colleagues never treated me well. I felt cornered and alone. To add to this, my project manager did not give the required guidance and support, causing frustration and even depression. In this mindset, I decided to ask for a release from the project. So the project that she was working on, she wanted to be released from it. I was ready to quit from the company if they decided not to release me. This is when I learned that it was next to impossible to get a release from this project, as many of my colleagues had tried and failed before. So I decided to attract this impossible thing. I don't know how many times in a day I started affirming and writing these things in my notes starting 12th of December 2018. I was not sure if I would attract anything, but doing this kept me motivated and happy. Just then, on 31st of December, I received a call from my manager who told me, "So sorry, we have decided to release you from this project as it requires working in shifts and having a male candidate for this position is more suitable." Alright. I could not believe what I was hearing. All my colleagues were in shock because in the history of that project, no one had got a release. So this was my first success with the law of attraction, and with time, my belief got stronger in this. Now I realize this was just the beginning. And then she comes to the next success, the second one. I am a big travel buff. After my release from the project, I wanted to take a break and decided to attract my second wish. So I downloaded a picture of a girl kayaking and set it as my WhatsApp wallpaper. And she has actually sent us that picture, so that picture would be there on your screen right now. So she downloaded this picture of a girl kayaking and she put that as the wallpaper. Ever since I saw the travel advertisements of Kerala, I always wanted to explore that beautiful state. But every travel plan I made with my friends or family never materialized. So I decided to travel solo. I made my bookings, which included 4 picturesque cities in Kerala. One of them was a town named Thekadi, close to Periyar National Park. I had booked myself a rustic tree house facing a serene lake. When I was checking in, they informed me that free kayaking is included in my stay. After my evening hot tea, I decided to give it a try. It was my first time kayaking. The twilight along with the serene atmosphere made it a surreal experience. I thoroughly enjoyed my trip to Kerala, which was then followed by a trip to Ooty shortly afterwards. Not only had I attracted 1 but 2 back-to-back trips. One day when I was sorting my travel pictures, I was stunned to see my picture kayaking was an almost exact replica of the wallpaper, and she has sent us the other photo as well, her own photo. And see, if you compare the two, they are very similar. And I think what she means is at that time when the hotel guy told her that it's included, kayaking is included in the room, she did not even realize that she was attracting this, So kayaking, that photo of the girl, almost the same kind of an experience, what she was visualizing, what she was exposing her mind to again and again because it was her wallpaper, she attracted exactly that. All right, attaching these pictures for your reference. Unconsciously, I had attracted this, but my story doesn't end here as the unbelievable miracle is still to come. After my release from the project, I never got any quality work and had a hard time searching for good opportunities. I felt that I was too inexperienced to switch companies. At the same time, my friend and batchmates were either working on good projects or getting offers from other companies, which made me feel left out. I started questioning God as to what have I done to deserve this. I kept pushing myself not to give up and fight against all odds. In March 2020, I finally decided to start trying for opportunities in other companies and targeted only startups with a little over 2 years of experience. I unsuccessfully gave 2 to 3 interviews in startups. One fine day, when I was pruning my profile in a job portal, I was pleasantly shocked to see my profile being shortlisted by one of the big fours in the global IT industry. And in bracket, she has written what are the big four in the global IT: Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. So one of these 4 big IT giants had actually shortlisted her CV. This was a major confidence booster. Even without giving the interview, I started dreaming about it and almost felt that I had it. I was aware of the rule that for any IT company, once you go through an interview process unsuccessfully, you will not be eligible for a second interview for another 6 months. So I started affirming that I am working with ... She has not mentioned the actual company, but she chose that particular company which had shortlisted her. So I started affirming that I am working with such and such organization even before giving the first round of the interview. When the interview did happen, I was unable to crack it. And there went my hopes about working for this dream company. But I never stopped affirming that I am working for this organization even after knowing the results. After a couple of days, I got a call from HR that there is a different position for which I can apply. This rekindled my hopes and I felt that the universe is giving me another chance. This time I prepared a lot better and felt that I am well prepared. I felt confident going into the interview, but guess what? I failed again. The next 2 days were very tough as I tried to get over the lost opportunity, but my heart never stopped reaffirming even in this gloom. 2 weeks went past. Then I received an email from the same company but from a different HR about a position that had opened recently and they were seeking confirmation for an interview on the 23rd of May. Remember, there's a rule. IT companies, if you fail an interview for 6 months, you cannot reapply. And here was the third opportunity coming from the same company. I could not believe that this was a third interview in a month's time for the same company. I even forwarded that email to my close friends to get a confirmation that I am not hallucinating. Alright. It was at this point, Suyash, I knew the universe wants me to have this and all I had to do was to give my best effort. In my first round of my third interview, all the questions seemed so easy that it was difficult for me to believe that this is the same organization that hires only IITians. I cleared 3 rounds of interviews on that day and my belief that I would get this offer started to go stronger. Next week, I cleared 2 more rounds of the interview and I was left with just one last crucial round of the interview. I did a lot of groundwork and prepared day and night for the final round. From various blog posts, I understood that on an average, the final round usually lasts for not less than 45 to 60 minutes. I was fully prepared going into the interview. 15 minutes into the interview, my Skype call got disconnected and my laptop shut down. I could not start my system. I suddenly connected the current situation with what had happened in the morning when my manager, the manager in her job that she was working on at that time, when my manager scheduled a meeting at the same time as my interview, I had given a reason that my laptop has problems and would not be able to join that meeting. So she had lied to her boss, which a lot of people do in her defense. I started thinking about the situation. What if this comes true during the interview? So after she lied, she was actually thinking of this. What if this comes true during the interview and I may have unintentionally attracted this too? I started crying and knew that it was all over. All my efforts and aspirations were down the drain. Within the next 30 minutes, I got a call from HR congratulating me on clearing all rounds. Can you believe that? She has written that. Can you believe that? I mean, it's incredible because she had actually learned from the people who had gone through this interview before that it lasts at least 45 to 60 minutes. Here she was, after 15 minutes, her laptop shut down, the interview ended abruptly, and yet she was getting the offer. It's incredible, isn't it? And then she continues, I was all in tears, but this time it was out of happiness. I felt numb and speechless as I desperately needed this opportunity to reaffirm my career goals. Having this kind of a brand on my CV could propel my career to greater heights. And folks, it's not over, alright? There's one manifestation still to come. When it came to salary negotiations, I wrote down my dream salary figure and started visualizing it. Weeks went by, but I had not received any official confirmation from HR about the offer. You will not believe it. I created a mock offer letter with the tentative joining date and saved it in my drafts. She made a mock offer letter. This is something that we have talked about in a previous video. On 23rd June, exactly 2 weeks from the last communication with the HR, I received my offer letter. When I opened the offer letter, it had my dream salary figure and the same joining date, that same exact salary and the same joining date that was in my mock offer letter. I completely believe that this is conspired by the universe. It's close to a month now and I still can't believe that next month is my joining date. So I want to thank you for guiding us to the right approach to use the magic of the law of attraction. Many thanks for taking the time to read my story. Hope you continue this journey of educating others about the power of the law of attraction and be an inspiration to many. All the best. Now this is, what to even say, right? Everybody knows it's a great, fantastic success story. When, she was not happy in her job and all, she manifested some travel. She manifested something fun, that she wanted to do. And I think that could have had an impact on her manifestation process. So one thing that this success story really reminds us is that we should try to find the time and try to find the resources to do things that we enjoy, and even applying the law of attraction for some of those things, not just on the very serious aspects of our life, but on the things that are fun for us that we want to do. Alright, so an absolutely fantastic success story. To all of you watching this video, let me know down below what you think about it. Give this video a like. If you're new to the channel, it'll be great if you can go ahead and subscribe and press the bell icon so that you are notified every time I post a new video. And if you want to get the maximum benefit out of these law of attraction success stories, watch a few success stories every day. Like the contributor of today's success story did, it'll have an impact on how you perceive the world, how you think, how much belief you have in the law of attraction, and that will have a direct impact on the speed and certainty of your success with the law of attraction. And to help you do that, right now on your screen will be the link to a playlist containing all the videos that I've posted in this series till now. So go ahead right now, watch a few more of these success stories, watch these success stories every day and notice the difference.